There's a moment that happens in every industry, every field, every competitive arena. A naturally gifted person gets outworked by someone with half their talent. The talented one had every advantage: better genetics, higher IQ, natural ability that others would kill for. But 5 years later, they're stuck in the same place, while the disciplined one has lapped them 3 times over. And when people see this, they're confused. How did the less talented person win? The answer is simple, but uncomfortable. Talent is a head start. Discipline is the entire race. And in the long run, the race always wins. Let me show you why discipline beats talent every single time. The first reason discipline wins is because talent has a ceiling. Natural ability gets you to a certain level quickly, but then it stops. A naturally athletic person can pick up basketball and within months be better than someone who's been practicing for years. That's talent. It's real, it's powerful. But here's the problem. Talent gets you to good. Discipline gets you to great. And the gap between good and great is where all the rewards live. Meet Marcus, naturally gifted athlete. In high school, he was the star. Didn't have to practice much, just showed up and dominated. College scouts noticed. Everyone said he was going pro. Then meet James, average athlete. Had to work twice as hard just to make the team. Stayed late after every practice. Watched film on weekends. Trained in the off-season when everyone else was relaxing. In college, Marcus relied on his talent. Skipped optional workouts. Showed up when he felt like it. James kept grinding every single day. 4 years later, Marcus didn't get drafted. James did. Not because James was more talented, because when discipline is superior, talent doesn't matter. This pattern repeats everywhere. The naturally smart kid who never studies gets outpaced by the average student who shows up every day. The gifted musician who jams casually gets surpassed by the dedicated one who practices scales every morning. Talent is loud at the beginning. Discipline is quiet, but relentless. And relentless always wins in the end. The second reason discipline beats talent is because talent breeds complacency. When things come easy, you stop trying. When you have to fight for every inch, you develop something talent can never buy: grit. Psychologist Angela Duckworth studied high achievers and found something shocking. IQ didn't predict success. Natural talent didn't predict success. The single strongest predictor was grit, the combination of passion and perseverance over time. In other words, discipline. When you're naturally talented, early success feels effortless. You don't build the mental muscles to handle failure. So when you finally hit a wall, and everyone does, you don't know how to push through. But when you're not naturally gifted, you hit walls constantly. And each time you push through one, you get stronger. 2 writers. The first has natural talent, beautiful prose, writes when inspiration strikes, posts occasionally, gets some likes, but doesn't build a system. The second writer has average talent, but shows up every single day, writes 500 words, no excuses, no waiting for inspiration, just reps. 5 years later, the first writer has 30 blog posts and a small following. The second writer has published 3 books, built an email list of 50,000 people, and quit their day job. Not because they were more talented, because they were more disciplined. And here's the kicker. After 5 years of daily practice, the second writer's skill level has surpassed the naturally talented one. Because discipline doesn't just produce results, it produces skill. Talent is your starting point. Discipline is your growth rate. And over time, a high growth rate beats a high starting point every single time. The third reason discipline wins is because it's reliable. Talent is inconsistent. Some days you have it, some days you don't. But discipline shows up regardless of how you feel. A salesperson who makes 20 calls every day will outperform the naturally charismatic one who only works when they feel like it. An investor who contributes to their portfolio every month will outperform the genius who tries to time the market. A content creator who posts every week for 2 years will build a bigger audience than the talented one who posts sporadically. Because audiences, clients, and opportunities don't care about your potential. They care about your consistency. And discipline is the engine of consistency. Here's the hard truth that talented people don't want to hear. Your talent is worthless if you don't use it consistently. The world doesn't reward what you could do. It rewards what you actually do. And discipline is what turns could into did. So how do you build discipline when you're not naturally motivated? Here's the framework. First, stop relying on motivation. Motivation is a feeling. Feelings are temporary. Discipline is a system. Systems run when feelings fail. Create a non-negotiable routine. Not something you do when you're inspired. Something you do because it's Tuesday. The routine removes the decision. You don't ask if you feel like it. You just do it. Second, start smaller than you think you need to. Most people fail at discipline because they set the bar too high. They try to go from zero to hero overnight. But discipline isn't built in giant leaps. It's built in tiny, repeatable actions. Don't commit to writing a book. Commit to writing 200 words a day. Don't commit to working out for an hour. Commit to 10 push-ups every morning. The goal isn't to do something impressive. The goal is to build the habit of showing up. Because once the habit is there, you can scale it. Finally, accept that discipline feels bad at first. It's supposed to. You're fighting against your brain's natural wiring. Your brain wants comfort, ease, immediate reward. Discipline is the opposite. It's discomfort now for payoff later. But here's what happens. After 30 days of disciplined action, it gets easier. After 90 days, it feels normal. After a year, it's automatic. The talented person who never built discipline will still be relying on bursts of inspiration. You'll be operating on autopilot, stacking wins while they're waiting to feel ready. Here's the final truth. Talent is given. Discipline is chosen. You can't control whether you were born with natural ability, but you can control whether you show up every single day and do the work. And in the long run, showing up beats showing off every single time. If this resonated with you, drop a like and tell me in the comments what discipline you're committing to today. Thanks for watching.